The vast region of southern Namibia, known as Fish River Canyon, is a huge open space. The area was once home to a rich number of big game animals: rhinoceros, cheetah, and oryx. But all of that changed with the coming of modern times. Over the years, hunters, poachers, and farmers killed virtually all of the canyon's animals for sport, for food, or to make room for livestock. Fortunately, there's hope. Conservationist Natasha Bateau has a dream: to bring these animals back to their natural habitat and to allow them to move about freely once again.
And when I first came here, the game animals had been wiped out by man, and most of their predators also. So there was virtually no animals left.
A native of Paris, France, Natasha came to live alone in Fish River Canyon in 1995. But by that time, it was far from paradise. Many people talk about restoring the wilderness, but Natasha is actively doing something about it. Rarely far from her leopard companion, Chemun, Natasha is committed to repopulating the lands near her home with the animals that used to live in the region.
To me, it's important to relocate animals here because I would like to see this land go back to its natural state.
Careful planning will be required to bring back the animals to a place like the canyon. For this complicated project, Natasha's going to need allies. Ulf Tubasing, one of Namibia's best veterinarians, shares Natasha's devotion to animals. He often works protecting them from being hunted or killed by farmers and cares for those that need new homes. Ulf was caring for the area's animals. Natasha wanted to reintroduce species long gone from her land.
Get the box lined up here.
The two animal advocates soon began to combine their efforts to help save animals and repopulate the region.
Natasha bought the farm some 5 years ago, and she's been dreaming about building this thing up into, or reverting it back into a natural state, the way it used to be, 100 years ago, before man interfered. This is a very, very pristine and a very special area. It's a very sensitive habitat, very sensitive ecology, very, very balanced plant life, and our entire aim is to just re-establish that ecology and that ecosystem as it used to be.
The first animals Ulf and Natasha relocated were springbok, which adapted easily to the landscape.
Hey, it's a whole new world out here.
Later, the two conservationists captured and relocated a cheetah family.
This is a very exciting project to come back to a place year after year and start seeing more and more animals roaming around and having the sensation that just about every wild animal that you see we put in here. You sort of touch them all with your own hands. You physically worked hard on them to get them here. That's great.
But those early relocations were simple compared with their latest plan. Ulf and Natasha are going to try to capture and transport the world's tallest animals: giraffes. Size alone is a tremendous challenge. Giraffes are 5.5 meters tall. In addition, these creatures have better eyesight than any game animal in Africa. And if they see danger coming, they can run away at over 55 kilometers an hour. In fact, they have only two enemies: lions and humans. The giraffes of Fish River Canyon were completely wiped out long ago for their meat and skin. As a result, few giraffes roam the regions of southern Namibia these days, but Natasha and Ulf are hoping to change that. 650 kilometers north, the number of giraffes is growing quickly, and many are being kept in overcrowded game parks. By taking the giraffes from the north and relocating them to Fish River Canyon, Natasha and Ulf may be able to help, but only if they can capture and transport them safely. Natasha carefully examines the area for potential places where they can release the giraffes.
Now we're looking for the right spot to release the giraffes. And the elements to look for are accessibility and availability of water not very far, trees. They'll have a lot of space, so they should be more than happy, I should think.
The first task completed, Natasha must now compile the team that will help her with the rescue. In Namibia, veterinarian Herman Shearer is the man to see when one wants to catch a giraffe. A superb marksman, his tremendous skill has allowed him to specialize in capturing live wild animals, particularly giraffes. Herman and his team have joined Natasha and Ulf at a wild animal conservation area in northern Namibia. They have only 12 hours to fill a trailer with giraffes for transport. But of course, they have to catch them first. They need to carefully select which animals will be taken back. They must be the right age and strong enough to survive being hunted and injected with a powerful drug to make them sleep. The team will have only a few minutes to catch the giraffes and get them ready for transport before giving them another drug to wake them up. If there are any complications, the giraffes could easily die. As expected, the difficulty with the plan lies with the giraffe's exceptional eyesight and, of course, its height and speed. It's going to be difficult for Herman to shoot the animal from a great distance, but luckily that won't stop this excellent marksman. After searching some time, the team finally comes upon a pair of giraffes far out in the grasslands. The animals have not yet noticed the team, so Herman takes the opportunity.
There you go. It's a really nice hit now. You just have to wait and see. Wait for the dart to take effect. Okay, now is action time.
The male giraffe flees in fear. The team follows closely behind.
That's
As the animal begins to slow, the truck pulls slowly up beside him, and a team member carefully slips a special type of rope over its head. They've got him. Once the team has caught the animal, they must work quickly to ensure that the giraffe's enormous head remains upright. If its head falls down or bends sharply, the giraffe won't be able to breathe properly and may die. When the men have positioned the 900-kilogram animal correctly, Ulf gives it another drug to wake it up. They begin to prepare the giraffe for transport. Again, they must hurry, as the giraffe will soon regain his senses. They cover the animal's ears and put a mask over his head to keep him calm. The men have also tied ropes to the animal's neck and legs in order to help guide him to the trailer.
Natasha, congratulations. You are the owner of one bull.
The team proceeds with their plan and manages to catch a second giraffe using the same techniques. They must now begin the 800-kilometer drive to Fish River Canyon, driving day and night to get there as quickly as possible. Finally, after a non-stop journey of 20 hours over extremely rough roads, the team and the giraffes arrive at the spot previously chosen by Natasha.
This is the spot, yes. Look at those big trees.
So there's a lot of moisture in the leaves. You can see how nice and lush green the trees are.
I mean, it can be pretty much where you think.
The place has everything: life-sustaining water, trees for food, and most importantly, no guns.
A little more. Okay.
Perfect.
Each rescue comes down to this moment. Now, the most delicate and tense part of the rescue takes place. Will the giraffes take those first big steps to freedom?
They're going to turn around and kick, eh? You've got to watch it, eh? They can be nasty.
After a few tense moments, the giraffe walks slowly out of the trailer, uncertain at first, but then with more confidence.
I'm always very happy that the animals come here in good shape, and when you can take them out of the truck one by one and you see them full of life and bouncing around and running away, you know, okay, that's wonderful. And you know that here they're going to have probably the best life they can have. Stretching their legs. Stretching their legs.
Farewell.
Right.
Wow.
It's the most incredible feeling. It's like you are so physically exhausted and you're totally euphoric. It's a feeling of real achievement, you know, of really having done something positive.
Natasha hopes for another positive outcome from the giraffe rescue, that the giraffes will breed and add to the giraffe population. Perhaps they'll be the beginning of a new herd in this area. Although Natasha and Ulf are enthusiastic about the giraffe project's success thus far, they aren't planning on sitting back and doing nothing now that it's been completed. Next, Natasha and Ulf are planning to bring back the rare black rhinoceros. The black rhino has lived in Fish River Canyon before, and Natasha believes that it should be given a chance to return to the place where it once belonged.
We try and introduce species that should be here or that have been here before, and just see how they go and how they do.
Whatever happens in the future, Natasha is certain she's doing the right thing.
It matters to me to know every morning that I wake up that I'm going to do something exciting, that I am where I am happy to be, that I live the way of life that I have chosen. It's wonderful. It's the dream becoming reality in a way. It's the purpose of being here.
In working for the conservation of these beautiful and unusual animals, this young woman who grew up in a distant European city is realizing her childhood dreams and finding her true purpose in the vast wilderness of Africa.